So you hear me talking about comps a lot. And what a comp is when I'm pricing a property or when an appraiser is coming up with the value of a property, they look at other sold properties that are similar, that have sold recently within a certain time frame and then within a certain distance from the subject property. So a couple things. Had this come up recently, detached condos. Detached condos aren't super, it's not something we run into a lot, but it is something that developers will do sometimes so that they can get more units into an area. Zoning will usually allow for more, just a higher concentration of units if it's condos. So sometimes these can be, I know right here in Berwick we have some, they're all modular homes. They're basically like double wides on a full foundation, to be just brutally honest, but they're modulars, they're not mobile homes, but they're pretty close together. It's Fox Ridge Estates, and those are condos. So though they pay a condo fee, they do not own the land that they are on. So that's what a detached condo is, as opposed to an attached condo, which we're all familiar with. They're just a big building full of different units. Can detached condos be comps for attached condos? They can, if your appraiser is willing to do some extra work. There are some appraisers out there that won't use them, but they can be comped. So that's what a detached condo is. Something else I've run across just recently is a mobile home that's on a full foundation. So it's got a full block foundation. Actually, that one might even be poured concrete, but it's still a mobile home. How is that considered? Is that considered a single family house for appraisal purposes, for financing purposes? This one in particular still has the undercarriage of a mobile home to it. So that's actually a question I asked an appraiser. And so I guess for financing purposes, if it's got the full foundation and it's been done properly, it is potentially possible to use FHA, RD, VA financing on it. An appraiser is going to have to really look into it, and it really depends on what appraiser you get as to how they comp that. And then the other question I've had recently is, I have a fourplex that I want to sell. Here's a duplex that sold recently. Is my property just valued at double what that was? And generally it's not. There are other adjustments we make, but you can use a multifamily like a duplex to provide a comparable analysis for something like a 3 or 4plex. There's just a lot of adjusting that needs to happen to it. So I am somebody who sees a lot of appraisals. I look at them constantly, mostly in this southern New Hampshire area. So if you've got questions about something like that, like can this be used as a comp? How would this be adjusted? I've got all of that information, and I have a lot of just very recent information, and that stuff changes. How we comp a square foot in the town of Berwick changes, and so I try to keep really good tabs on that. If you've got questions about your property, any questions about the value or anything like that, please feel free to shoot me a message. All of my information is below. If you're watching this on YouTube, and I'd really appreciate a like. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, you know how to get in contact with me. Happy to reach out. Happy to answer any questions that you may have. Have a good one.